It's been a roller coaster week, right? You had Tony and you had Max, then maybe you had Pettis, and now we settled on Al. So just tell me what kind of week it's been for you.
It was like crazy week for me. This week is like very hard for me, but doesn't matter who's my opponent. I'm ready for anyone. You know, I told these guys, I told UFC, please give me somebody 155, fight for the real belt. Doesn't matter who.
You guys did a lot of interviews. Yeah, I know. I'm sure it's been a wild week.
I hope, brother.
I hope you're fighting on.
Wait. Let me explain to something. First was Tony. After that, Max. First Tony, Max, Pettis, Fielder,
Iaquinta.
and after that, Quinta. 5 guys.
Ready to fight. Start to finish. Move your head. Don't stay on that line. And just circle to your right. Stay out of his firing range, and you're fine.
All go to the right.
Just off to your right. Circle to your right. Stay out of his firing range, and you're good, man.
Go enjoy yourself out there and get that title, huh?
Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 50-44, 50-43, and 50-43 for the winner by unanimous decision and new undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the World, Khabib, the Eagle Nurmagomedov!
You know, a lot of people are not giving Al the credit that he deserves. Al's a warrior. He takes a hell of a shot. So I can already hear everybody say probably, oh, you know, he's holes in his weakness and this and that. Bullshit. You know, also Al's a really good wrestler. You know, so a lot of these other people that think that, you know, that they can stand with him and keep it standing, well, you better have Al's credentials in wrestling because you're not going to stand for anything.
Really, this fight just makes Iaquinta look like a god. I mean, that's the most impressive thing about it. Iaquinta went 5 rounds with him, stood toe-to-toe with him, and, you know, gave him at least a struggle. At least he gave him a bit of adversity.
Yep.
You know, managed to survive on the ground much better than Conor did. Managed to get back up to his feet. Managed to stuff a bunch of takedowns. And on the feet was a real threat. You know, I mean, obviously Khabib didn't prepare for Iaquinta. He prepared for Conor. But Iaquinta didn't even prepare for 5 rounds. He only prepared for 3.
I'm good. How's everything? Awesome. Good seeing you. How was Thanksgiving? Good? Awesome. All right, I'm off to the gym. It's good seeing you. You gotta check out the garage, man. This was the first house I looked at when I was looking for a house. And I was like, the house is all right, but the garage, it was locked. They wouldn't let me see inside of it. So I saw there was a sign on the door that said something fitness. It was like alleyway fitness or something. I was like, I got to see what's in that garage. It looks sick. So I looked at a bunch of other houses, but in the back of my mind, I was like, I got to see what's in that garage. In my old house, I had a little setup, but I was definitely looking for something that I could make a gym and do personal training and, you know, just hang out, have like a little desk, a little office. This is like what I envisioned. I always wanted something like this, and We came back 2 days later. The guy opened it up. At the time, it was all weights. There was weights in here. He was a big bodybuilder kind of guy. Loved looking at himself. There was mirrors all over the place. So I was like, shit, I gotta buy. I'll do whatever I can to buy this house. And I ended up putting an offer in, got accepted, and turned it into my little gym.
So you was born and raised here?
I was born in Valley Stream, which is, I think, I don't know, 30 minutes away. And then when I got into middle school, I moved to Wantor, which is a really good school, really good wrestling, really good athletics. Graduated from there, went to Nassau Community College, which is we'll pass on the way to the gym. And then I had like 4 fights in the UFC, ended up buying this house. It's 1 town over from where I grew up living with my parents, and far enough from them where I got my own little space, but close enough where I get to see them as much as I want. I stop by and hang out with them a lot. Definitely have a really close relationship with them and love hanging out with them. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm waiting for the buyer's agent. He's gotta talk to the buyer after they're school teachers. So when they get out of school, they're gonna talk to him, and I don't see them being pushing back the closing date on the contract. I don't see it being a problem, but
I don't think so. I can't imagine that it will be, and I have faith in you and in the other broker.
Absolutely.
Her broker.
We're making it happen, Shirley. We're making it. We've come this far. We're gonna make it happen. I'm going to real estate heaven because this deal has gone on for years. Shirley had her place sold. It was ready to be sold. She fell. She broke her neck. It was bad. I visited her in the hospital. Put it up back for sale again. It's just health problems and just getting this lady's thing sold. It's been a nightmare, but we're almost there. Almost. When everyone thinks of New York, they think of New York City. They think of Manhattan, but New York is such a diverse place. There's so many different, like Long Island's so much different. In the summer, it's like we're 5 minutes from the beach. It's like a freaking tropical island. It's like a hidden gem. People don't realize it. But yeah, I don't spend too much time in the city of Manhattan. I'm really kind of like a tourist there. I spend most of my time out here, and it's a little more laid back. Definitely, like it's a tight-knit community. I know all these guys from the gym growing up.
Dude, he Superman uppercuts me, and he's like, all right, Superman uppercut everybody. I'm like, dude, it does not work against anyone your size.
You're not athletic enough.
He's got these go-go gadget arms, just comes out of nowhere. Boop.
No, I'm not nervous. Rookie. Come on. I weaved that. Come on, Chris. Chris, come on.
Hey, listen. Ready? Listen, this is not my good sidekick side, but I'm just going to show you. I'm going to go slow motion, see if you get out of the way, right? It comes up. Van Dam, I just want to thank you for that. That didn't come natural. Van Dam told me that.
Hands behind my back. Look.
Good competition.
Hands behind my back.
Your boy Connor taught you that?
Who's Connor?
Wait, what's the typical atmosphere in here?
Loose. Weidman ripping people up verbally. But no, these dudes it's fun here. I love coming down here. I was gonna, it gets you like feeling like you want to start pranking them back too, you know? But I don't come enough to do that yet. Maybe next week. I'll come dressed as Kevin Lee.
When I met Al, man, he was just a raw talent, but man, did he have the drive and desire. Man, just a natural gunslinger, man. He's like from the OK Corral, this kid. And I think hopefully what we did was we kind of molded that. So he's still a gunslinger, but now he's a calculated gunslinger. You know, now he's a marksman. And he's really matured into a good fighter. I mean, you know what, Iaquinta, he's coming to fight, man. There is no question about it. He will be in your face, and he's never an easy fight for anybody.
Sparked the guy inside 2 rounds, dominate him, dropped him 3 times in the 4th round.
I don't think
Madison Square Garden. The home of the
you know,
champ.
He's good. He's a tough guy. And I think he can beat a lot of guys in top 10, you know. And he already beat.
You okay there?
You could almost sprint for 15 minutes.
Let's go,
It
round
becomes
three.
a 5-round fight, and you have 25 minutes, 30 minutes in total, really, with the breaks. You really have to learn how to kind of be smart with your movements and your energy system.
Hold on.
Your message is weakened.
You don't want to battle me. Leave your body in a catastrophe. I rip you up piece by piece. Lift you up by your feet. Snatch you up, cut your hair. Now you want to look at me and trying to stare. Believe me, you better beware, because I'll come through wherever you are, snatch you from the air, or throw you in the air and leave you there. Now you stuck because you floating. And I got the magic potion.
Keep going.
To this game, I'm devoted, and that's all I got.
Bro,
I left you broken.
Let's be honest. That was the best I ever heard him freestyle. So thank you, Anatomy of the Fighter, for bringing that out of him.
Well, I think there's a saying, water seeks its own level. And, man, we just have a bunch of guys on the team that are like-minded, you know, all grew up on Long Island, all have families on Long Island. And it just breeds a brotherhood. And you get guys pulling for each other. And even though it's an individual sport, the team aspect of everybody pulling together and really wanting to see each guy, each individual be the best they can become is just phenomenal. But again, I think it's water seeks its own level, and you just got a bunch of like-minded people together.
This is what makes it happen, you know. There's not a lot of, it may seem like a one-on-one fight, it is, but there's a lot of behind the scenes that involves a lot of group work from the team members. It's always nice to have a good family atmosphere, a lot of supportive teammates who are there for you to help push you in training and help keep you motivated, you know? That's what it's all about.
I was looking super in there. My job pretty much is just to stay in the best shape I can to give him the best work possible. Kevin Lee's a tough guy, he's in shape. So I'm trying to simulate his style as best as possible. I'm trying to just push Al, push his cardio. Al's looking sharp, sharper than when he fought Khabib. I was working with him when he fought Khabib, and you know, he's like 5 times sharper this camp. Last time when I sparred with him, I wasn't really pushing myself to push him, but this time around I really had to stay in shape, watch my diet. I don't even have a fight coming up, and I had to push myself like I had a fight, because Al every week was just getting better and better and better, and I have to keep up with that.
You know, having tough opponents in practice is that's the most important thing. You know, I'm going with Chris Wade, state champion wrestler, professional mixed martial arts fighter. He's been around with the best guys. Joey Colon, professional kickboxer. These guys are bigger, stronger, more well-rounded than anyone I'm gonna fight, you know, and they're rotating in on me. So I got halfway through the fight, I'm getting a fresh opponent, and I'm putting in 5 hard rounds. Nothing's gonna be harder than what I just went through right there. So I know I'm more than ready to face anyone. I can beat anybody. I got the work in. I can beat any single person in the world right now.